how far would you go for somebody who you love? I know a woman in Iran who went all 100 miles for a man who she had a crush on since she was 12. This is the story of Shahla Jahed and the reason I became interested in true crime.
بشینم سر راهی با امید نگاهی بشینم سر راهی با امید نگاهی
Drood, Namaste, Salam Alaikum. Today I'm going to, from my memory, talk about the first true crime story which made me interested in true crime in general. This is the story of Shahla Jahed, which used to be called Shahla. When I was 13, at the end of the year of 2002, the only magazine's biggest titles you could see was, did Shahla do it? Will Shahla be hanged? What had Shahla to do with it? And it was all about Shahla, Shahla, Shahla. And what's my mom's name?
That's what I was just going to ask you. Isn't that the same name?
Yeah. So her true name was not Shahla, it was Khadija. Shahla Jahed was born in 1969, May 10th. Was a Gemini. So she was obsessed with this footballist, crochet here. In Iran we call football, not American football. Like football means there is a ball on the floor and there are 11 men on each side and you have to play with your foot. Anyway, so Shahla was a big fan of Persepolis. Tehran has two big football teams, Istiqlal and Peruzi. Peruzi's original name is Persepolis and it had a very big player named Nasser Muhammad Khani. So Shahla develops a huge crush on Nasser Muhammad Khani when she's in her younger age, 12. It passes and Muhammad Khani becomes bigger and bigger. And when Shahla is 19, God knows why, she sees one of other footballers at the side of the Azadi Square. I don't know what she's been doing or the footballer has been doing. Anyway, through that connection, she actually gets in touch with Nasser Muhammad Khani. Nasser Muhammad Khani was already married. He had 2 children and his wife's name was Lala Sahar Khizan. So they become introduced to each other and Nasser Muhammad Khani, back then nobody knew, but the dude is a womanizer. He basically cannot keep it in his pants. He sees a female, doesn't matter how they look or anything, he just loses himself. Back then nobody knew it. Now that he has his new wife, everybody knows it. So they get involved and since Nasser Muhammad Khani used to say that he is religious.
So this guy though, you're talking about Nasser, he was like a celebrity at the time?
He huge, imagine this Hardik Wala.
Okay. Like a cricketer. Oh, so in the public eye he was already huge.
And he would play on national team and on the biggest fan-based team of Iran.
But she was just a regular girl?
She was a girl. She was a nurse.
Okay.
So they become involved and since Nasser Muhammad Khani had to act religious back then because it was the beginning of the it was 23 years after the revolution, but still you had to keep the face. So they go through a temporary marriage. Remember what is temporary?
Oh, the agreement one.
So basically in Islam, you can get married to somebody permanently or you can get married to somebody based on a contract. Going to be married for imagine 3 hours. And this is your dowry, which in Islam it's called mehriye or mehr. and based on this mehr, I will get married to you for 3 hours, and then after that 3 hours you're due to give the mehr, and you can like renew it or you can get out of it basically. So Nasser Muhammad Khani does that with Shahla. They start a 1 year temporary marriage thing, and so Shahla has been super jealous, extremely in love with Nasser Muhammad Khani, to a point that Nasser himself says that she used to go and sit on the toilet seat. So when I want to go and use the toilet, it's not cold. And she loved the guy with all of her heart. To a crazy point. Days passes, years passes. I think for 3 or 4 years they are already involved by this time that we are talking about. And Nasser is on a tour to have a friendly game with Germany.
One sec though. You said they had a 1 year agreement. So what did they do after that? They renewed it.
Yeah, it's like you renew your rental
like a rental agreement. Oh my god, that's crazy. Okay.
So they renewed it for another 3-4 times, or maybe I don't know. Maybe the second time they went for 5 years. I don't know. Nasser is in Germany. His first and actual, like lawfully wedded forever wife's name was Lale Saharkhizan, and I think Lale's nephew goes to check on his aunt. Sorry. And the guy goes there and tries to open the door. Lale doesn't answer the door. The children are not home, thankfully. Here and there, the guy knows that Auntie Lale is inside. So here and there, whatever it takes, he calls Nasser's friends and all of that, and they open the door. They go inside, and they find a pool of blood with Lale naked in the middle of it. Her hair has been filled with her own blood. The bed is full of blood, and nothing on her body is covered. Obviously, police is called to the scene. They try to keep people away because obviously it's a celebrity's house, and they try to not say anything and all of that, and they just capture the scene, try to take out the evidence and all of that, which later on in this case, many of this evidence was thrown out so they can convict Shahla of the murder. So anyway, after that, and after going through the evidence and hearing that I think Nasser himself says that, or one of his friends says that he has a very obsessive temporary wife, mistress basically, but temporary wife on the side. And Shahla also gets arrested. I think the idiot has been even in the street amongst other people. Like, she was that obsessed. Shahla gets arrested, and they come to talk to her and interrogate her. I didn't do it. Through the evidence, they had found semen in Lala's body, and they had found the murder weapon, which Shahla couldn't recognize, and they had found other like pieces of DNA which all belong to a man. So it could be a murder of two murderers committing that, and Shahla being one of them, but Shahla was not the only murderer. So she goes into the interrogations. She was arrested on October 9th, 2002. I was 13 years old. I remember it was school days, and any kiosk of newspaper you would pass, there was a big title of Shahla, Nasser, Lala, all of that. So then after that, she keeps saying, I didn't do it. She keeps saying, I didn't do it, till she starts getting visitors from friends and associates of Nasser. Nasser is still in Germany, and during the murder also he is in Germany. So he is not he might be a suspect for murder for murder for hire, but he's not a suspect in a sense that he's done it himself. So he's there, and his associates come and meet Shahla and say, you accept it for now. You try to.
But hold on a second. So she was arrested and she's in jail at this point in time that you're
She's in
talking?
jail.
So the associates are coming to jail and talking to her.
Yeah.
So from that day she's been arrested as an accomplice.
Yeah, so that being said, it was illegal to let them see Shahla because they were not her lawyer, they were not her family members, which even when you are in the interrogation phase, your family members cannot see you. So the guys pulled the strings and they went inside the prison. She was already in the prison. So, and then the guy named, I don't want to say, let's call him Mr. T. Mr. T tells Shahla, you just tell him you did it. And apparently they had a very long conversation, maybe over 1 hour. And then after that, the next day, Shahla sits and writes down a confession with details. And nobody knows what was said in that 1 hour. So it's a very big controversy, which I do believe in as well, that basically Mr. T told Shahla what to say. After she confessed, they took her to the crime scene. She recreated the crime, and what has been the government's trump card over all of these years is that Shahla also showed them one thing, which was the fact that the mattress has become like ulta, like upside down, and the other side of the mattress was filled with blood.
Still.
And the police was so smart that they didn't even think of just checking what is going on under the mattress.
Must have been all dried blood from the
night of the murder. So she said this story. She said, oh, it's going to be very scary for any man who's listening to this. So Shahla, over these 3-4 years, she has been associated with Nasser, she would follow him basically every step, check his phone, check him. Back then phones were flip-flops, but anyway, whoever is connected to him. And whenever he was in it's called Urdu in Farsi, not Urdu, the language. Urdu means basically when you go for a workout session, like getting ready before a big game coming up, that kind of thing. Whenever he would go for that, Shahla would become bored, and guess what she would do? She would go to Nasser's main house, which is a bungalow, 2-story bungalow. She would go upstairs, and there was a window upstairs that she knew that the lock doesn't work properly. And she would, thank you very much. Yeah, definitely. She's not coming here though. She's dead. Rocco got us scared. Baby, can you?
Rocco, relax.
Can be.
It's story time. Don't interrupt.
One of the locks was not working properly, and she knew which lock it is. So she used to open the window, which like it was a balcony window, so like a full person.
Oh, like a sliding door.
Yes, and sliding inside the house and go and hide behind behind Lala's furniture, or go into her guest bathroom or this and that, and listen what's going on in her house, or check on Nasser's children, or she would go even when none of them were there to check their family photos and see what all is going on and what all Lala wears. And she had confessed that she used to wear Lala's clothes also to see if they fit her or no. Yeah. And nobody had any idea of this.
And she used to do this often whenever he went for his...
Whenever he was not there, and she would miss him a lot.
And Never once did that female even suspect it.
No, that is the scary part.
Wow.
So after, oh, actually, it's very creepy. So after she confessed, obviously she was officially arrested as the accused.
Right.
And at the same time, Nasser came back to Iran. And but he refused to go and see Shahla. And that meant that Shahla retracted her confession and said, I didn't do it. And they told me to say it. By this point, we are in 2023. And like it's been at least 1 year of this going and coming, going and coming, going and coming. 2003. She was arrested in October 2002. It's already mid 2003 that Nasser is also back, and all of this is going on. And all of a sudden, when she knows that Nasser is not going to come and visit her in the prison, she says, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. She retracts her confessions, and when the police tries to bring up, then how did you know this mattress thing and all? She says, I was told so.
So did she name that Mr. T guy that you said?
That, yeah, she says that also, but so it comes to a point that Nasser himself goes to prison, and since she was still his temporary wife, he gets an intimate visit.
Okay.
And he sits with Shahla and he talks to her for a long time, which nobody knows what happened because it was an intimate visit. So obviously nobody could hear, and he was fucking Nasser Muhammad Khani, so if he wanted to see his wife for 5 hours, nobody would say come out, because they were hoping that, oh, instead of telling him come out, I'm going to get a signature.
Like an autograph.
As easy as that. Like I'm going to get his autograph. Oh, I'm going to bring my T-shirt of Muhammad Khani today to the jail, and I will let him stay with Shahla for 6 hours, and then he will sign it for him.
Right.
That happened, and Shahla again says, I did it.
Again she says it.
Again she says, I did it, and the trial starts. Trial started in 2024, beginning of 2004. Imagine how long back it has been. So my most excitement about this trial ends here, because obviously I am a 13-14 years old girl, and like true crime was not exciting for me back then. Just the name would make me interested in it, and the fact that the woman was beautiful, like beyond the word beautiful. Let me show you, because I think so I'm going to show him and put the picture I think this side.
God.
Yeah,
That's the guy?
yeah, and that's the woman.
You're just intentionally showing me an extra.
I swear he looks like that, and he is an addict to opium, very badly addicted.
His nose is even bigger than mine.
Forget about the nose. He has many ugly things. Don't you want to talk
But
about
like
his bangs?
This picture is like what year would this picture? This is a more recent picture.
This is her last. This is her her sentencing trial.
The
Sentencing
photos from the
day.
trial.
Yeah. See how pretty she was, and how he looked. I'm going to put them here or here. Not sure yet. So she again says, I did it. I did it, and this time she goes all 100 miles. She was convicted and sentenced to execution by noose in 2004. But her lawyer believed that she is innocent, and he would keep bringing up the other evidence, like it's a very obvious evidence of presence of semen in Lala's body.
Exactly what I've been wondering throughout.
Because Shahla obviously is a woman, and Nasser is also in Germany. And one more thing is that Lala was taller and broad shoulder, like she had very broad shoulders and all. So she, like logically, she should have been capable of just
Saving herself.
not only saving herself, kill Shahla instead in her defense. So these things were there, small things were there. The semen thing is a very big thing, but small things, like there was a towel which had the DNA of a man, and the towel was wet. Like if it was a dry towel, you could say, oh, it's Nasser's towel, he is on a trip. The towel was wet, which shows that the killer has taken a bath and then dried themselves and gone. So they knew that nobody will come till this time. So then after that happens and all of that, the lawyer believed that she is innocent, or at least she has had an accomplice. And he wanted to at least find the accomplice so she won't get sentenced to death. And both of them get convicted of 40 years of jail or something like that, or the true intention comes out, because everybody was saying that the motive has been jealousy, and she thought if Lala dies, she will become the primary wife. And she knew that Nasser is involved with other girls also as well, but she was never jealous of them. The only woman she was jealous of was Lala. So this went and come, and we reached the year 2009. In the year 2009, April, actually no, it was May. I just realized Shahla is not a Gemini, she is a Taurus. So, I think it was May 8th of 2009, which was the Labor Day all over the world. One of my best friends was arrested for some problem and process. I prefer to not talk a lot about that problems in my country. Anyway, she was arrested, and she was, imagine a 19-year-old girl was put next to the prisoners who were convicted of robbery with arm and murder. And one of these women was Shahla. And that was when I again started thinking about Shahla, because when my friend came out, Shahla was all she could talk about. So when she saw her the last time, it was, first of all, Nasser was still visiting her, so still renewing the contract, still intimate visitors, and he would continue just saying in her ears that you just accept it, because the law in Iran is if you're sentenced to death, basically execution, it's an eye for an eye rule. So if the owner of the eye say, I forgive, they don't need to hang you. They won't hang you. So basically, if I kill Harsh.
Thank you very much for that. Good example.
And I get convicted of his murder and sentenced to execution. If his mother and father and child say that we're okay, we will forgive her, they won't kill me, and I'm going to be free. So there is no balance.
So not even
forget
being executed, you get out of jail as well. Wow.
No balance. You either get
that's what he was trying to convince her that I will.
So he would say, because the spouse also has that power. So he would keep telling her, you just continue, just say I did it. I will convince them of forgiving you, and you will come out, and we will be happily ever after. And when my friend was in the prison, was I think last year, like, yeah, Shahla was executed in December 2010, and my friend had met her in May 2009, and she had told my friend, I'm tired, because she had just appealed again, and she said, if this time they say you have to die, I will die. I don't care anymore. And which one of the most famous scenes is her trial is going, not trial, her appeal trial is going on, and they are sitting, and like, imagine, like, if it's, this is the row, she's here, Nasser is here, and she keeps trying to look if he will look at her, and he obviously keeps keeping away his eyes, and then she gets convicted of murder again and sentenced to death. And then the judge looks at the side of the family of the victim and say, are you guys going to basically forgive her, or do you want justice? And first of all, Mr. Mohammad Khani says, I want justice. He was the first who said, I want justice. I'm not forgiving the woman who killed mother of my children and made my name bad in the industry. Obviously, he lost lots of his sponsorships, his chances to go play in La Liga, play in German League. All of that he lost. Sorry, I think I just pumped on my voice. And he was talking about all of that, and I think he was mad about this as well, that Shahla said that he used to come at my home and smoke opium, which I am going to put a picture of how they smoke opium and why it needs a very open space here or here if YouTube doesn't ban it. And it actually, if you are doing it in a rich way, it has lots of like stuff around it. And when it comes out that a footballer, which is active, not even retired, is a user of opium, which is the mother of opioid, morphine, the thing that puts you into sleep, that meant that his career was over, and because of that, he got 74 whip. Because of that, he got that, and because of that, I think mostly he was angry. That's why she had to mention that we used to do that.
So in her confession, she had put it down.
Yeah, that she had videos also. When you look at the videos, you get so angry because she loves the man like she is a child. She's a child. Like, no, not when she died. When she died, I think she was around 35. But the way she loves is like a 15 years old in love.
Like a high school love sort of thing.
It's like me dating Shah Rukh Khan like that right now.
Yeah.
You know how you're excited any minute you see, oh, this is the man I am dating right now, and this man has been my god. It literally, she got to date her god of crushes. So he said, I'm not forgiving. And when he said, I'm not forgiving, even the other family members didn't need to even say anything. He said, I'm not forgiving. And the most famous thing, like famous scene from that trial is that she does this, and Nasser looks at her a minute and she says, but I still love you. Shahla Jahed was hanged on December 1st, 2010. And after that, Thurston kept telling me.
So was your friend in jail when she got executed, or she was out?
No, she was out after 18 days. She didn't do anything wrong.
Right, no, but I just wanted to know, okay, so she just met her in jail?
She just met her in jail and she told me, Golara, I'm sure she didn't do it. I'm sure she was told exactly what has happened to Lala. I'm sure she has not even been in the house because she kept changing her story. Once she said, oh no, I was in the house, but 2 other men came inside and killed her. So between there, when Nasser would like take a long time to go and meet her, she would change her story. Because obviously everybody is scared of death. You don't want to die. But she did die. And she was executed on December 1st, 2010. And after that, I want to know what actually can happen to a woman to go all 100 miles for somebody who has easily asked for her death. And then when you start, basically true crime and dark history is like a black hole. You just put one step to see what happened there, and then you get hit by cases after cases after cases after cases. I personally believe that Shahla was not the murderer. Shahla was in the house. I believe she was. I actually believe that whenever Nasser was not there, she would sleep in the cupboard. I actually believe that she was in the house. I'm so happy that children were not there, but the funny thing is, first we thought that this has happened in the morning and she has been found in the morning. No, somebody had arranged for the children to not be home for the next 3 days. And obviously Shahla could not do that. So, in my humble opinion, it was a murder for hire because Lala was super loaded and Shahla was too clingy, and Mr. Mohammad Khani just wanted a new life. And he got his new life. He has a new young wife living in Dubai, has 2 children of her also. His children from late Lala Sahar Khizan are living with their mother's family. He got whatever was in the name of both of them, and then because he was convicted of adultery at first, but then when they brought the temporary marriage certificate, that got thrown out, but because of opium he got the whipping sentence. And then after that he just left. Then he tried to come back as a coach and all of that, but it was such a big case that he could never become anything. Last thing I've seen, he has lost all of his teeth. He has he has kept his cute bangs, and he still has the connected eyebrows, and he still thinks that he's been wronged. What do you think? This is the way I'm going to talk about the stories that make me interested in them, and I would be very happy if you like this episode. If you liked it, share it with your friends if you want to, and subscribe to my channel and join our family. And as you can go and see my previous videos, we don't follow a certain way of making videos. Sometimes I might sit and talk, and sometimes we might do other stuff. So we would love for you to join our family. Thank you. Namaste. Khuda Hafiz.